Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Falcons going up against the Eagles.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Three down.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangler to hold on that quicker.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
On third down, they'll run with Gore. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And this one is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
All right, here we go. Blue line. Watch it now, Barney.
Now Rodgers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run.
Ringo.
Set. Green 39.
From the gun, Fry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Detroit. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Set. Gun. Here we go now. 56. 319. 319.
36.
Detroit. Kill. Leopard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Here we go now.
4 down.
They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they're operating in the red zone.
Tight end left.
Here we go now. 319.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Leopard! Leopard!
Y'all playing the
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue,
On the ground, Rodgers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
hurry up, here we go.
Another carry now for Rodgers. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Watch right. Watch right. Watch right.
Set. Blue, 90. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
Back to throw. Fry. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, we got 3. We got 3. 3 down.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
Hey, check,
Over.
Hey, pick your game up.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hurry up, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4 down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Green 39.
Off play action. Fry. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle.
Set. Blue 90.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Alert 3.
Set.
Throwing on first down. Fry. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Watch 42.
Watch you now, Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Get off of him. Get off. Get off. We got it. Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Green 39! What we got?
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Watch right.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Left. Watch left. All right, here we go. 319. 319. Mike 50. I got one.
On third down, Fry. Throwing left side, it's complete. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there, 87 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now a handoff looking right. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Falcons on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
3-19. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
And when you don't pick up the necessary yardage in that situation, sometimes it starts to put a little doubt in the play caller's mind about what he's going to run on the next play. Because most of them, they thought they were going to pick it up right then and there. Now they've got to adjust what they're doing, adjust what they're thinking, and maybe they go away from what they originally thought.
Now they try the right side here.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Tight end left. Tight end left. Gun.
On first down, it's Gore. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
Right, Roger. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landing.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a handoff as they run left side. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. No, check. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
We got 4. Tight end right. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch the motion. Play it.
The slot man in motion right. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now let's go.
On 1st and 10, Fry, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
I got 11, I got 11, I got 11. Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Fry. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. To throw on third down, Fry. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Strong left, strong left.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90.
On first down, Fry. He hits Rodgers in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down now after the pass completion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Fry. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Set. 3-19.
We got three, fellas. We got
3-19.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fry. He's going to air one out. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
Check 99. Check 99.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Hey, watch this. Watch this.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted.
Kill.
Picked off at the 20. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
I know he ain't got it.
They'll run. It's Rodgers. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. That's it now, Barney. Gun. Now let's go. Blue 90.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Double tight. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw. Fry. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Green 39.
On third down, Fry. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Check. Four down. Detroit. Now, here we go. Check. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Falcons on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Leopard!
Switch.
Leopard!
Hey, got tight left, tight ends left.
All right, here we go.
Four down.
Green!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Falcons on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now let's go. Over! Gun!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw. Fry. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Leopard! Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
To throw on 2nd down. Fry. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Drop deep.
Back to throw. Fry, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Set! 319! 319!
Operating from the gun. Fry. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Now let's go! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit!
And the back goes into motion.
Slam, slam, slam.
To throw on third down. Fry. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to go backward.
They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Watch the screen. Now let's go. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Here we go. Lucky 56. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now come the Falcons.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So we got man. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Right 50.
Blue 90.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Fry. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Detroit now. Detroit. 3-19. Detroit. All right, now, look. Detroit.
On 3rd down, it's Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And the lead is up to 15 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Black 99, Philly. Here we go. Over. Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
They're coming. Go, hey, run it, run.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Tight ends on the Ringo. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Detroit! Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw.
Check 50.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Two times. Back there to that Philly. Gun. Leopard.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And a loose football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
Check 83, ball going to 83.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Watch you now. Lucky 99 Philly. Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice in the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.